Good day everyone, my name is Jaylian Giosorio and today I will be discussing to you the two famous novels of Rizal, which are The Nolimitang Here and The El Filibusterismo, as well as its comparison. So, as what we have already know about this novel, it is one of the famous novels of Rizal during the Spanish colonial period in the Philippines in the late 19th century. So, to know more about this novel, let us talk about the journey of Rizal in writing the novel. It was said that it is inspired by Harriet Beecher Stowe's novel entitled Uncle Tom's Cabin. In January 1884, the proposal of writing the novel happens by a group of Filipino people and was approved by the Paternos, specifically Pedro, Maximino, and Antonio. It is also approved by Graciano Lopez Jaina, Evaristo Aguirre, Eduardo Delete, Julio Llorente, and Valentin Ventura. However, these people who were expected to collaborate on the novel did not write anything or did not contribute anything and just spent their time gambling and flirting with the Spanish girls. Therefore, Rizal decided to pursue the writing of the novel alone. So, iyahang ipadayon ang pagsuwat sa novel without expecting any collaborators or contributors. So, he began the journey of writing the novel in the end of 1884 in Madrid and finished about one half of it. So, he also went to Paris and finished one half of the second half and the rest in Germany. However, naabot na siya sa December 1886. Diri naka-encounter siya o nagsagubang siya og dako ang problema. He almost threw the novels into the fire because of having no hope nga kanang ma-publish siya kay wala siya kwarta or he doesn't have enough money to expense the printing of the novel. The time comes when Rizal decided to write a letter to his friend Fernando Canon, saying that I did not believe that the Nolimitang Here would ever be published when I was in Berlin. Heartbroken, weakened, and discouraged from hunger and deprivation. I was on the point of throwing my work into the fire as a thing occurs and fit only to die. So, luoy kay si Rizal ni time ano. However, Rizal was lucky enough when he received a help to his dear friend Maximo Viola or Dr. Maximo Viola. So this is the time where Viola helped Rizal. He lended him some money to tabangan si Rizal na ma-publish ang iyahang novel. So this man was also known as the man who saved the Nole. Because kung wala si Dr. Maximo Viola, wala'y Nolimitang Here nga ma-publish. So, this is where the publication of the novel Rizal started in Berlin, 1887. The first edition of the novel was released at Tayma. The printing cost 300 pesos and the advansa ni Ubayag ni Viola for 2,000 copies. Grabe no! Dato jud kay si Viola kay natabangan man niya si Rizal. So, as a token of appreciation, Rizal gave Viola a small gift. It is gallery proof of the Nole which carefully wrote around the pen that he used in writing the novel. He also included the first copy of the novel with a dedicatory autograph of "To my dear friend Viola. The first to read and appreciate my work, Jose Rizal, March 29, 1887, Berlin." So, the same day, kining March 29, 1887 sa Berlin, this is also the day where the press release of the novel happens. So, diri na ang time nga na-release na ang novel ni Rizal. To further know about this novel, Nolimitang Here, so it means the I touch me not in English. It is taken from the Bible, the Gospel of Saint Luke. Also, this novel contains 63 chapters and an epilogue. This is also considered as a romantic novel. So later on, I will be sharing to you the characters of the novel or the book Noli Me Tangere. But before that, let's first know the purpose of the novel. So it's stated here that it let the people around the world be aware about the injustices and corruption of the Spanish colonial government and to inspire Filipinos to demand reforms and fight for independence. So, ang goal din ni Rizal at Tayma is gusto siya nga makabalo ang kalibutan kung unsay sitwasyon nila sa kuan mga Spanish colonizers. He was just being honest and truthful about his novel sa iyahang mga experiences and sa iyahang mga na-witness sa mga Filipinos nga nag-suffer. And he also made this novel para ma-encourage or mahatagag kusog ang mga Filipinos nga muliho o dili magpaapit sa mga Spanish colonizers. And now let's proceed to the characters of the novel Noli Me Tangere. So, here are the characters. Dili tanan nga characters na adere ang katulang mga dagkog role sa kanang novel. So, starting with Crisostomo Ibarra. So, Crisostomo Ibarra is the well-known protagonist of the novel. He is a mestizo and the son of a Filipino businessman, Don Rafael Ibarra. He is also the fiancé of Maria Clara. Next, we have Maria Clara. Maria Clara is Ibarra's lover since childhood and the only daughter of Capitan Tiago and Doña Pia Alba. And later on, she was revealed to be the biological daughter of Padre Damaso, which is also her godfather. Now, we have Padre Damaso. Padre Damaso is the well-known antagonist of the novel and the enemy of Rafael Ibarra and Crisostomo Ibarra. He also hinders the marriage of Ibarra and Maria Clara. Next is Basilio. So Basilio is a boy who works as a sexton in the church and also works for Capitan Tiago. He is the son of Sisa and the brother of Crispin. Next, we have Crispin, who is the brother of Basilio and also the son of Sisa. He also works as a sexton. And he died in the hands of the friars that time. Kay siya giagian ato. And then we have next Sisa is the deranged mother of Basilio and Crispin, and who was always beaten by his husband Pedro. And then next is Padre Salvi. So Padre Salvi is the town curate of San Diego and the successor of Padre Damaso. He was also known for being madly in love with Maria Clara and requested the downfall of Crisostomo Ibarra. Next, we have Senor Guevara. Senor Guevara is an elderly lieutenant of the Guardia Civil and is also a close friend of Don Rafael Ibarra, which is Crisostomo Ibarra's father. Next, we have Ilyas. So Ilyas is the partner of Crisostomo Ibarra. He supported Ibarra sa tanang kuan and also helped him in numerous occasions. Next, we have Linares. So Linares is a young and smart Spanish lawyer who almost got married to Maria Clara because of Padre Damaso's forceful desire. So, mga siya ang mga characters, mga main characters sa novel Noli Me Tangere. We have the question. Why did Jose Rizal dedicate the novel Noli Me Tangere to his country, the Philippines? It's stated here that it is used to express his deep love and concern for his homeland and its people. As what you have noticed atong purpose, katong iyaha para iyahang ma-share sa kalibutan kung unsa ila ang mga na-experience during the Spanish colonization. So, kalingan ana niya ka love ang iyahang country even if in exchange ang iyahang kinabuhi. So, despite of kanang daghang pagbabatiko sa iyahang novel, kay lagi kanang grabe ko no ang paglaglag niya sa mga Spanish colonizers, especially the friars, kanang kipakita jud niya kung unsa siya ka loyal sa iyahang country. So now, arita sa significance of the novel Noli Me Tangere. So it's stated here that it plays a vital role in our nation's struggle for independence and has a lasting impact of the country's culture and history. As we have already know, the impact of Noli Me Tangere on our current society is significant. The novel has become an inspiration for many Filipinos to love their country and to fight for their rights and to be proud of their heritage. So, that's it for our discussion sa Noli Me Tangere. Next will be the novel El Filibusterismo. And now we're here for the discussion of the second novel of Rizal, which is the El Filibusterismo. And just for your knowledge, El Filibusterismo is the sequel of the novel Noli Me Tangere. So, El Filibusterismo is the continuation to the first novel. So, like the discussion of the Noli Me Tangere, let us begin the discussion starting with the journey of Rizal in writing the novel. So Rizal started his journey writing the novel in Calamba on October 1887. He then made changes in London and wrote more chapters in Paris, Madrid, and Biarritz. And on March 29, 1891, he successfully finished the manuscript in Biarritz. And then the journey of Rizal in Ghent made him discover the cheapest publicator of his novel, which is the F. Mayer Van Loo Press, number 66, Van Vianderen Street. He pawned his jewels in order to pay. However, on August 6th, he still struggles expensing the publication of his novel and had to suspend the printing. He wrote a letter from Basta to the publisher saying, as you will see in the enclosed clipping, the printing on the second part is advanced, and I am now on page 112. Because no money is forthcoming, and I owe everybody, and I am broke. I will have to suspend the publications and leave the work half finished. He almost burned the manuscript several times. However, unexpectedly, help came after everything. Named Valentin Ventura, who was residing in Paris, heard his predicament and immediately sent the amount needed by Rizal in order to finish the publication of the novel. And finally, on September 18, 1891, the press release of the novel happened. And on the same day, he sent copies to Hong Kong for Ventura and Cisco Lopez. He also sent complimentary copies to Blumentritt, Ponce, Lopez, Jaina, T.H., Pardo de Tavera, Antonio, and Juan Luna, M.H., Del Pilar, and other friends. Most people praised the novel, especially the Filipino colony of Barcelona newspaper, eulogizing the novel's regional style, which is comparable only to the sublime Alexander Dumas, and may will be offered as a model and precious jewel in the now decadent literature of Spain. Also, did you know, there are other parts of the novel that were not included to save printing costs, namely the foreword and the warning. The foreword was supposed to appear just before the dedicatory page in the manuscript. It is addressed to the Filipino people and their government, which exposes the real picture of Filipino society at the hands of the Spanish authorities. On the other hand, the warning was also supposed to be found on the other side of the dedication. For additional idea, the El Nuevo Regimen of the liberal Madrid newspaper serialized the novel in its issues of October 1891. So now, let us proceed to the pulling chart. To start with the purpose of the novel. It's stated here that it explores the viability of revolution in the Philippines and raises questions about how people should earn their liberty. The importance of the novel plays a vital role in our nation's struggles for independence and has a lasting impact on the country's culture and history. It is a catalyst for change, which encourages Filipinos to recognize the injustices they face and motivated them to act reform and ultimately independence from Spanish rule. And now, the next one is the characters of the novel El Filibusterismo. So since the discussion sa Nalimitang Here, I will also be sharing the roles of the characters of the El Filibusterismo. Although, naaray mga same characters kay connected raman sila, na may mga added nga characters ani. And also, naana po sila kanang added nga role sa kini nga part sa novel. So to start with, we have Simon or Ibarra. So Simon is Crisostomo Ibarra in disguise who came back for revenge but he killed himself at the end. Next, we have Basilio. So Basilio is the great companion and partner of Ibarra for revenge. So we convinced ni Simon si Basilio and fortunately named si Basilio. Next, we have Padre Camorra, the priest whom Julie approached to obtain Basilio's release in prison, and who also attempted to rape Julie. Kini si Padre Camorra kay Manyakis Manisia. And also next, we have Hermana Bali, which is Julie's mother figure and counselor. Next, we have Don Timoteo. Si Don Timoteo is a well-known businessman in Manila and the father of Juanito. Next, we have Julie. Julie is Basilio's fiancée. She jumped off the tower and died because of Padre Camorra. So, nag-suicide ni siya. Luwi kayo. And next, we have Juanito. So, Juanito is the son of Don Timoteo, who got married to Paulita. Next, we have Paulita. Si Paulita is Isagani's former lover and married to Juanito. The eighth one is Isagani. So Isagani is Basilio's friend and Paulita's former lover. And the last one is Padre Florentino. So Padre Florentino is the priest who Simon confessed his secrets with before he killed himself. Si Padre Florentino na siya sa last part nga kanang kung asa ni confess si Crisostomo Ibarra sa iyang tanang mga plano o secrets, then usa niya gipatay ang kaugalingon through drinking poison. So next will be the question. So we have here the question. Why did Mr. Rizal dedicate the novel El Filibusterismo to the Gamborza priest? So it's stated here it is to honor their martyrdom and the role in awakening Filipinos nationalism. So kining kuan god, kining tulo ka pare, mao man ni siya ang ni kanang sacrifice nila ilang kaugalingon in protecting the Filipino people. And the last one will be the significance of the novel. It's stated here that the novel explores themes of revolution, responsibility, and colonial suffering, challenging the viability of revolution as a means of achieving liberty. So the significance of the novel is essential, for it emphasizes the importance of standing up against injustices and the potential consequences of violent resistance. So at the end of this story sa novel is unsuccessful ang plano ni Crisostomo Ibarra for revenge. He died at the end. Kanang ayahang patay iyang kaugalingon through drinking poison. So that's it for the discussion of the novel El Filibusterismo. And the last part of the overall discussion will be the comparison between the two novels, which are the Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo. Now we have come to the last part of the discussion, which is the comparison between the two novels, which is Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo by Jose Rizal. The two novels of Rizal serves as his way for asking reforms by letting the Filipinos be aware of what is happening in their country, with each novel having their own background and symbolism. The Noli Me Tangere of Rizal, his first novel, was a romantic and societal novel because it was dedicated to his motherland, which is the Philippines. It is a work of the heart or a book of feeling. Despite surrounding the story with problems, it possesses freshness, humor, wit, and lightness. It tells about the government and the church officials, justice system, and livelihood of the people in the nations. On the other hand, the Il Filibusterismo of Rizal, his second novel, was a political novel. It was a book done by the head or a book of thought. It possesses bitterness, hatred, pain, violence, and sorrow. He dedicated this novel to the three priests or the three martyrs, which are the Gomborza, after they are sentenced and died by Agarote. His idea for the novel came from the cruelty and the loss of justice that had killed the three innocent victims after being blamed for the leading of the Cavite Mutiny in 1872. This time, Rizal wanted the society to open its eyes to reality and rebel against the Spanish government for its oppression and abuse. Overall, the two novels of Rizal both represented the point of view of history. They depict with realistic colors and actual conditions of the Philippines and the Filipinos during the decadent rule or the decadent day of Spanish rule. Both are instrumental in awakening the spirit of Filipino nationalism. They are also the reason of the revolution that brought the downfall of the Spain. That will be all. Thank you.